Okay, today is day 37. Day 37. I've got to start writing down which day is which so I can better keep track of this. Yeah, today was a different kind of page than the ones that I've been doing recently. Also, considering there's not really a lot in the backgrounds of this page just because it's the tour bus, but still quite a bit happening. I didn't think out I had an idea of how I wanted it to look when I was thumbnailing and doing the line art for it. I didn't think about how this was actually going to come out when I finished. So I had a black background for the inside of the little room that Raekwon's falling in this page. And I wanted to do it so that it was sort of bleeding through the panels. I didn't want necessarily a gap in between panel to panel like I would normally, especially considering like most of the time a gaps. What am I even grammar? Anyways, the gap in between most panels in a comic represents like a span of time sort of passing. So I wanted it to look almost instantaneous, like he steps into the doorway and immediately falls down whatever is uh, in the bottom of the. It's crazy to say bus because I know it's he's going into another room or another area, but it's like it is the inside of a bus. This is absolutely absurd. But in any event, um, he steps inside of the thing and falls. But the background, because the inside of the room is so dark, the background is black. So it's sort of bleeding into the black of the other panels. So I had to sort of switch shades of black almost for you to be able to follow what's going on. Now that I think about it, I might not be done with this page. I think I need to actually go back and fix a few things. Number one, um, I kind of want to make Raekwon darker. You'll probably see at the end of this video when you see the what I thought was the finished page. I may need to make Raekwon darker just to show how dark it is inside of the room. And I also need to add his chain. Like I don't know why I keep forgetting that, but anyways, I do it every single time. I don't know how I keep forgetting that, but well, I know how I forget it because I always do it after the fact because it makes it more complicated to do the coloring of the line art when I draw the extra lines with the chains in there or dog tags. It's probably more realistic to call it. But yeah, as usual, getting the details of the fire design in the clothes after I do the line art. Dan wasn't that big of an issue simply because you can't see as much of him in this page. But Raekwon, there was a lot of drawing of him. Also, the original pose I had of him falling down the hole was almost a starfish like pose. I thought that was too plain, so I switched it to the pose that I have him doing here. Don't really know if this is any better, but I don't know. I changed it nonetheless. And that last minute change when I was doing the line art kind of made this page slightly more complicated than it needed to be because I didn't take into account how I was going to do the effect of him falling down the thing accurately. So there's that. Um, I may go back at some point and touch that up. I may just leave it for the sake of time so I can continue working on other pages. Um, Not really sure. Now that I stare at this page back as I'm recording this audio right now, there is a lot of stuff that I may want to touch up in this page. So I don't know. Uh, but yeah, just to explain the panel once again, basically, Raekwon is continuing through the tour bus, and Dan is afraid behind him. When Raekwon goes to step into the what he thinks is the next room inside of the tour bus, he ends up falling down a very deep hole. So we'll sort of figure out over the next couple of days what Raekwon encounters when he gets to the bottom of this. So yeah, I'm about to have a pretty ridiculous set of pages to do for the next couple of days, at least in the near future. But all in all, pretty easy painting for the day outside of the bottom right panel. just because of trying to figure out what angle I was trying to do that from and how I was going to pull that off. Not really sure if I even did or not, but I tried as hard as I could. But that's pretty much it for day 37. I think that's what I said earlier. I'm sticking to that, I guess. Let me know what you think of the page, or at least the finished part of the page that you can see in this video. And you all have a good one, and I'm out.